This isn't what the world expects from South Africa. A white slum hidden in plain sight. No running water, no electricity, no privilege. In Munsieville, being white doesn't mean being rich. Here, poverty doesn't care about your skin color, but the system still might.
We're in the white squatter camp in South Africa, Johannesburg. We're talking to a local guy called Chilo. How's life here like, Chilo? And this is where you live?
This is where I stay.
Can we have a look inside?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're right. I'm living here. I don't stay here. I stay stupid. I live here. Very nice. Very my life. This is my life. I connected it with the main power. This is my life. So we're using them at night. Come through here. This is the kitchen. Yes. This is the lunch. You can have plenty of cannabis trees at the back. As you can see over there, the bit of fucking it up.
Chilo, so how long have you lived here for in the squatter camp?
This year is 11 years.
11 years.
This year is 11 years. We moved in here 2014. I was released from prison 2014. Then we moved in here.
So what do you think, how do you think you get treated in South Africa as a poor white South African, as they say, living in a squatter camp?
Because you see, the thing is not the way you get treated. The way you're going to treat me is the way I'm going to treat you. Understand? Disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect you. Understand? If you respect me, I'll respect you. Understand?
But, like in the government aspect, did the government help you?
With what? Government happens with what?
Did they help you? Did they give you money like benefits and stuff like this?
What benefit? Government give us benefit. Bruh, this is not circus, bruh. You're joking with government. Government is a fucking joke. They don't give us benefits, nothing.
So everything you sustain, you have to get for yourself?
Yeah, everything, yeah. It's painful. The TV. I've got 5 DVDs. 2 TVs. I spin with the stuff. I'll fix phones. Understand? We go phones. We're gonna do for a living.
They say apartheid is over. But for these people, it never really ended. It just reversed. We're forgotten. We're not black. We're not privileged. We're just left behind.
3, go.
So Nelly, do you think that poverty has a color in South Africa, or is that a lie?
Yes, it does.
So what are your reasons behind that answer?
Because of our religions and stuff, I should say. Not because of the color actually that we are. I think it's because of our religions and stuff.
So
We've got different religions here.
So do you think, as a white person, you're less privileged in today's South Africa, apart from in the past?
Yes. So yes, I do.
So, do you feel discriminated against in today's South Africa opposed to apartheid? Like today's South Africa, you feel less privileged as from before coming or raised as a privileged white South African?
Yes, most of us do.
So that's how most of the community feels here. It's like you're the forgotten ones of South Africa in today's world.
That's the way we feel.
Yes, sure. So with all entitled to our everything.
So you feel like the government has abandoned you in a sense?
Yes. Just let that go.
What did you say?
Actually, I had to hear, but they forgot about it.
In the new South Africa, race still determines help. Many here are too white for aid, too poor to matter.
You were always, previously you were also there at Coronation
Yeah, they are living like that.
because majority were only white.
Yeah, but you see me, I'm not a racist. I eat brown bread as well. I buy brown bread. You understand? So I'm not a racist.
What's the reason they took you guys from there and moved you to here?
Both of that I can't tell you because I'm going to clear it all. Just when
Forcefully removed you.
just when I came out of prison, they moved me out.
Oh,
You understand?
already moved
So I went to prison again lately. I came out again lately. You understand? After another 4-year sentence.
What did you go to prison for?
Prison, both. Both of them cases assault GBH. Both of them assault GBH. You see most. Even on the method of the show, later bed, but sometimes like this. You can pick up, you can pick up the basement in the basement, underneath in the basement. I've got another tool there. I've got another tool there for you.
So, as you're a white South African and the black South Africans here, you get on with your neighbours here, so it's all like interlinking.
But boss, come and tell you one thing there. You see the black people there, they're going to teach you better than your own race. You understand? You know what's funny, nah? There's white people opposite us too. They will never come just to give you 2 slices of bread. But people will come thousands and thousands of kilometers from a funeral. That's funny, you understand? So for me, there's no black or white. You are human, you are white. Because there's one God. God created Adam and Eve. They were one, and they were not white. Even Jesus was not a white guy. None of the prophets from the Bible were white. Because white people, where do they come from? Where do they come from?
So you actually find yourself comfortable here?
I'm not comfortable.
You don't see yourself in the future moving from here, doing something else, maybe going on with working on films and that?
I do actually both. Because my children, you understand?
How many children do you have?
They never 7.
7.
7 years. But people, they've got one child, another woman, they got 3 children, for another woman.
They're not all living with you.
They say we're still better off. But have you seen how we live?
What do you think can change for you to prosper in the future and your family?
What needs to change or what can be done to better your future in South Africa?
Oh, a nice job would do that.
Employment.
So what do you think? Do you think because of the colour of your skin, you're less likely to get a job opposed to
Yes. You know,
black South Africans?
We're better to get a job, even if it's just a takeaway shop, we better. If you're looking for jobs, how many interviews, how many years? It's not easy.
So you think it's done a 360 from apartheid? So apartheid did benefit you in your sense that you're saying, then after apartheid now, it's like you're on the back foot. Is that correct?
And the age, I think the age, you know, we are running to 50, 60, so you don't get a job at that age.
They're called racists, druggies, trash, not humans. No one films here because no one wants to believe it's real. If we speak out, we're told we deserve this because of our skin.
Do you think South Africa has abandoned you?
No. I can't see that. Because you know why? If South Africa was abandoning me, my brother wouldn't stand next to me, and I wouldn't be talking to you. You understand? If I was thinking South Africa, no, we're not abandoning me. God will never abandon his children.
We're walking through the white squatter camp in South Africa, Johannesburg, talking to the local residents about how life is.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Ricky. Lisa. I'm staying in Bongo Camp, White Squatter Camp, in Krugersdorp, Johannesburg.
How long have you lived here for?
Well, October it will be 11 years. This is my home. Excuse for this. And yeah, I live here for 11 years. It's a hard, tough time. We struggle a lot because we don't get pension, we don't work.
We create work for ourselves, like cool drink bottles, tins. We're taking it to the scrap. That is how we make a living.
How is life living here?
We are like one family. Like the people are scared to come to Munsieville. If they hear Munsieville, then they say, no, we're not going in there. But you know what? We stand together, and if the other people have problems, we stand with them. If we got problems, they stand with us.
So do you live side by the black South Africans, or do you have your part of the squatter camp and they have theirs?
No, we live together. Like, I've got black people here in front. They're saying, I don't have a problem, and that is also your biggest friends. They look after you, like I can say, white people don't look after each other. They rather will see you struggling, they don't want to help. But if you go to a black person, that black person is helping you.
Do you think the government cares about poor white people in South Africa?
No, not at all. I don't think they give a damn at all. Because if you look at it, from my point of view, like, black people and things like that, they get food parcels from SASA. Up here at the, I don't know what I call it, some community center or something. Like each and every month or each and every second month or something, the black people, they all get a huge food hamper, like 10 kg rice, 12.5 kg pop, oil, all of the necessaries, but not whites, you see. So I don't think it's fair. Obviously those things comes from like the government, you see.
And the government does not give that to the white South Africans? The
No.
poor white South Africans?
No. They give it to black people, like, but
Okay. 3.
In 2008, my mom got shot. She was living in Hartbeespoort in Pretoria. And she was not even a week in that place. Secure place with things and everything, like a complex. And then 2 o'clock that night, 23rd of September, they came in my mom's house. They break in with a knife, a fork and a gun. And when my mom hears something at the back door, she wanted to jump up and go and see what's happening.
Yes.
And when she jumped up, the guy put on the light and he shot her.
He shot your mom.
He shot my mom. My mom didn't pass
Immediately.
away immediately. She was fighting. They shot her lungs. There was nothing. They went to an operation, but my mom was still living for a month.
Okay.
And month after she was shot, she died. And then I wanted to come back to Krugersdorp, and I said to my daughter, no, let me stay there. I want to stay in Krugersdorp. And there I did stay nicely. I haven't got problems with my lungs, nothing. So, well, then my daughter said, no, Mommy, come and stay with me. And that's why I came back.
And that's why you ended up in Pongo Park.
Yeah, and that is how I ended up here in Pongo.
Okay, and you didn't come from Coronation Park?
I did.
Okay.
I did stay in Coronation Park, but when my daughter died,
Okay. You moved to Pongo.
now I moved to Pretoria, and then I moved back to Coronation Park, and then
Yeah, now. Can you tell me, like, what do you do, seeing that you're not employed, what do you do for money to get along every day?
well, I was standing on the rowboat and begging for money. I was standing with a boat because I'm too ashamed to ask. Now I put everything on the board. Why I do need money, and so then the people can give me or they don't.
How do the people treat you?
The people treat me badly, and you know what? It is not other race. It's your own race. They calling you names. You are bad. You must go and work. You mustn't stop. You must stop using drugs. You must. You are a shame, white shame for South Africa, and some of the people think you are a whore. The white men will pull you to the car, and then you see and tell you want money. Come to the garage. Come see me. So that is not nice.
Yes.
I was crying on that road, but I didn't have a choice. I've got a grandson I must support. I don't get the pension, like I say.
So your own, as you call it, white South African people are discriminating against you
Yes,
more than
More.
the black South Africans.
more. And you won't believe that is the black South Africans.
What is your darkest moment living in like the squatter camps? They call it informal settlements, white informal. What is your darkest moment? Have you had any bad situations or
Yes,
circumstances have happened?
I had twice, 3 times, actually to be. The one time when my daughter was 7 months old when they gun pointed me. It was 2 guys. They gun pointed to me and then took my cell phone, and they almost stabbed my little one when she's 7 months old. And then the second one was also when I walked, they tried to steal my phone. And the third one was about now 5-6 months back, when a guy came to me and told me I must give him my cell phone, and I said I don't gonna give it to you, and everybody's looking at you, and it was even church people looking how he wants to try rob you. And then I run back, and then he shouted at me I must give him his drugs or something that I had, but I was coming that time from a peace job that I had. So yeah, that's the only darkest times that I had.
The situation in the government in South Africa now that's in power at the moment, do you feel like they're helping you, or do you
No.
feel like...
No, they're stealing from us. To say 2 weeks back, they called us to go and get some food parcels, and then they ran out of the food parcels, and they said they will call us back, and it's now 2 weeks and they didn't phone back at all with the food parcel.
So that's to do with everybody, whether you're black or white?
Doesn't matter what culture or what racist you are, they didn't even. I know there's a few of them who's Africans who didn't even also receive their food parcel.
Because we spoke to a few people in the community and they said because it's based on their Afrikaners, white Afrikaners, they're getting treated less than the black South Africans.
We are equal.
In your opinion, everybody's getting treated equally by the
Yes.
government?
Yes, everybody's getting equal treated. Doesn't matter of the skin color. They also, if you're white, you're black, pink, yellow, green, you suffer. Everybody's suffering.
How do you feel when you meet somebody else that's white South African and they know that you live here?
Some of them mistreated us because we are white. If you go on Facebook and all those places, when you see it, you will see the comments there. And not all of us are doing things that they are saying. And to say is they must put their feet in our shoes before they can speak up. Don't judge a person if you don't dare to cover. That's what I say to people outside when I meet them.
What are your hopes and dreams?
My hopes and dreams is just to give my kids a better life, to get out of this place. Not that I have something against this place, but I want to show my kids there's a better life also than this life in here.
What are your fears for your children growing up?
For my children too?
When your children growing up, do you fear they're going to become into the same cycle of living in communities like...
No, it's depending on what their choices in life are, because I know they can see what they are living now in. And on the other side, if they finish school and they learn for what they want in life, they will have a better circumstance, and they will know how to use their incomes and know how to steward it, because not to end up here.
in the area, do you feel safe with you and your children and your family in this area, in this settlement that you're living in at the moment?
On this moment, no. Not things that's going on this moment.
So you can't call on nobody, the government, to help you out, or?
No, but I think other people has tried, plenty of people has tried, but nothing.
So what do you think, being poor in today's new 2025 South Africa, do you think your race has got anything to do with it? Prospering in a new South Africa post-apartheid?
Honestly, I don't know how to answer that question.
Do you think you're equal to the black South Africans?
No, I don't think so.
In what way?
Plenty of ways though. Today you can have a matric certificate, you can have qualifications, all of that stuff you can, but if you're white, you don't get the job. But a black person, they don't have shit, like jack shit, but they get the job.
So being poor and white in South Africa has affected you because of the system and the government's in place now?
Yeah.
So do you think it was better prior to apartheid, before apartheid?
I wouldn't say that.
For you as a white person? Because you was privileged before and now you become underprivileged.
Yeah, I'd just say I'd like everybody just to be equal and treated fair, like.
But now you feel you're not treated fair by the government, that correct?
Yeah.
Is that right saying that?
Yes. I mean, black, white, pink, yellow, what color ever you are, doesn't matter. We are all made by God.
But you don't feel equal, is that
exactly, like. I don't know why they have this thing of blacks and whites, and it doesn't make sense to me. Like, we're all human beings. No matter what your color, we're all equal in God's eyes. Why not all be all equal in the government's eyes? Like, everybody must be treated fair and equally, like.
So you think they've got an advantage really in this new era?
Yes, I think so.
And is the like-minded people in this community that feel the same way?
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
But how do you feel about integration?
Would this story matter if they were black? Would it trend if they were migrants?
And there is black.
Or does poverty only matter when it fits the narrative?
Side, and what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's good. The only time the black people really bothers us or gives us trouble or anything is when the people who steals around here like steal from them and they sell broken things to them, and which is not like, it's not right, you see. But otherwise it's fine, they treat us fine, we get along fine.
So what's your circumstances now currently?
Well, at the moment I'm staying with my boyfriend, we are staying with his parents. Yeah, but we do our own thing.
How do you do to get money? What do you do every day to get money, funds?
There's clothes, we sell clothes, or like maybe torches, lights, or whatever comes to light.
So what do you think about the government? Do you get help from the government or?
No, nothing, not at all.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
So how do you eat day by day? How do you get food to sustain your lifestyle and your life?
Like I said, we sell clothes or shoes or whatever. If we don't have a plan or we don't succeed in getting anything, normally my mom and them will help us if they have. Otherwise we go to bed hungry.
So there's been situations where you've had to go to bed hungry.
Yeah.
Can you explain one of those situations?
Well, there's times people in the location, they don't have money or we don't have something to sell, like, and also same on everybody's side, so there's like no help or no assistance, like, then you don't have a choice to go to bed hungry.
So you can't call on nobody, the government, to help you out, or?
No, but I think other people has tried, plenty of people has tried, but nothing.
So what do you think, being poor in today's new 2025 South Africa, do you think your race has got anything to do with it? Prospering in a new South Africa post-apartheid?
Honestly, I don't know how to answer that question.
Do you think you're equal to the black South Africans?
No, I don't think so.
In what way?
Plenty of ways though. Today you can have a matric certificate, you can have qualifications, all of that stuff you can, but if you're white, you don't get the job. But a black person, they don't have shit, like jack shit, but they get the job.
So being poor and white in South Africa has affected you because of the system and the government's in place now?
Yeah.
So do you think it was better prior to apartheid, before apartheid?
I wouldn't say that.
For you as a white person? Because you was privileged before and now you become underprivileged.
Yeah, I'd just say I'd like everybody just to be equal and treated fair, like.
But now you feel you're not treated fair by the government, that correct?
Yeah.
Is that right saying that?
Yes. I mean, black, white, pink, yellow, what color ever you are, doesn't matter. We are all made by God.
But you don't feel equal, is that
Exactly, like. I don't know why they have this thing of blacks and whites, and it doesn't make sense to me, like we're all human beings.
Would this story matter if they were black? Would it trend if they were migrants? Or does poverty only matter when it fits the narrative?
People from outside looking into South Africa, it's like white privilege. How does it feel to go from white privilege to white poverty in South Africa?
To be quite honest, it's actually not, it's bad, but it's not so bad. Let's say it's how you make it for yourself, actually, in the white and how you say it. So it's depending on yourself, how you decide where to go with your life.
So what do people misunderstand about communities like this, like the white squatter camp that you live in now?
They think you are scum, but we are not scum. We are coming, but we are not scamming. I think more or less they are not scum, because they are not coming. For example, God said, you are poor, but your riches is in heaven. Understand? We are born poor, but I'm rich in mind. Understand? So the people on the streets, they have shops in the suburbs and big shopping centers and malls. You can go there. You can just ask them for bread, to buy you bread. You get your own fucking security force on your back to get you out of the premises. You understand what I mean?
What do you think Nelson Mandela would say if he walked through here now?
First of all, this wouldn't happen at all because Nelson Mandela had this place under control. There was no problems with load shedding, there was no problem with water, there was no problem with people that's taking money that doesn't belong to them. Government was straight up, they know what they
When people say that white poverty doesn't exist in South Africa, what would you say to them?
It doesn't exist. If it wasn't existing, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? It doesn't exist. You understand? If it doesn't exist, where I would go up and down with my Lamborghini, my Ferrari, my BMW, my Mercedes. You understand? Living in the suburbs, having a lekker stomach like my brother over here. You understand? But I haven't got, because I'm in poverty. I'm a poor guy. I'm poor, but I'm rich in my mind.
So how many people live here? Is this a predominantly white squatter camp? And how many people live here? How many white people live in this area?
Because the way I can tell you now, this is not what Scott came. You know why? Because we are mixed. Next to me is black people.
So it's like 50-50, 50% white, 50% black South
Next to me
African.
is black people. There's black people. At the back of me is black people. You understand? And majority of my friends are black people. You understand? Majority I know them from prison. You understand? The others are mentioned in the cast.
And your knowledge about the whites around you, about how many are living amongst the black people.
I can't I would say we are about 100 something, maybe we can be more. Plus minus, yeah. Let's estimate here. But poverty is for all of us. Doesn't matter if you an Indian or a black or a white person or a yellow person or green or red person. God gives poverty to people for a reason. For a reason. Because God is testing you in the soul, in the body. You understand?
In a land still healing from its past, some wounds go unseen. This is Munsieville, and they are the unseen white poor of South Africa.
Introducing the Trekarius 35L travel pack set to launch in May. This innovative carry-on approved travel pack opens suitcase style and features anti-theft hidden compartments, along with multiple organized sections for your convenience and spontaneous adventures. Our brand captures the essence of connecting diverse cultures and encouraging exploration through our products, content, and outreach. Reserve yours today at www.trekarius.com and join the movement that celebrates the spirit of exploration.